I thought you were dead.
My death was greatly exaggerated. So, you're the punk I've heard about.
What's up guys, PTCGL here and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today guys, we're looking at yet another deck that's come back from the grave. I think it might be a series that I start here on the channel, is like sort of decks that come back from being like really bad, from like good to bad to good again. And I think that that is the perfect way to describe Chien Pao EX's journey so far. So we're going to be looking at a first place tournament winning, limitless tournament winning Chien Pao EX list from literally yesterday at the time of recording this video, which today is February 8th at the time of recording this video, so that would be February 7th. This deck is pretty solid. It's a pretty standard Chien Pao list, but I think it really just shows how simple it is, but how like simple means powerful in Chien Pao's sense here. So we're gonna look at this list today, and we're gonna kind of just break down what's new, maybe anything that's different about this deck that maybe you might not have seen before, and ultimately kind of just show that, hey, it's mostly the same deck as you already recognize Chien Pao to be before. So this is not a Chien Pao Palkia list, and it's a little in my opinion, because I like Palkia in my lists, but we are playing the Baxcalibur in here. We are playing, obviously, but previously Chien Pao was playing without Baxcalibur for a time as a sort of like a water box, Palkia water box sort of deck, where Chien Pao is kind of just like a late game finisher, but Chien Pao really has re-emerged as its own thing. And then Iron Hands is in here. If you saw my last video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Iron Hands can be a game changer. I made multiple things about Iron Hands, but like especially last video. If you haven't checked out my Lugia V-Star video, please consider checking it out. It was ridiculous. So anyways, kind of just looking at a glance at this list, it looks pretty similar to what you might expect to see from a regular Chien Pao list. It is a turbo list, so it really goes aggressively, trying to get everything set up. There are a lot of four copies of stuff in here, and that's kind of crazy in my opinion. But let's kind of just break it all down. There's not really much room for text at all in this deck. It is a very straightforward deck. So obviously we have our Chien Pao EX, which is a basic Pokemon EX with 220 HP. It's a water type. It has the Shivery Chill ability, which allows you to fuel up your Hail Blade attack, which once you get energies in your hand from Shivery Chill, then you can use Hail Blade and discard any number of water energy from any of your Pokemon and hit for big one-hit knockouts on literally anything in the game. And we power this up with Baxcalibur with the Super Cold ability, which allows us to just slap down a ton of water energies and then KO anything with Chien Pao. We can pair this with things like Radiant Greninja also as well. We can use concealed cards as a great draw engine, discard a water energy from our hand to draw 2 cards, or just discard an energy in general, mainly water though. And then Moonlight Shuriken, discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, and it does 90 to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. And this can be really good just to take 2 free knockouts on things like Comfeys or just in general other smaller Pokemon that are like Charmanders, Pidgeys, just things that can't survive a 90 hit attack. And it's a really good, it just kind of fixes a few matchups, especially like the Lost Box matchup. And Iron Hands EX also fixes the Lost Box matchup a little bit, because we have, I believe it's 2 copies of Electric Energy in here. Just one. But basically, Iron Hands allows us to take extra prizes when we knock stuff out, as we've talked about on the channel multiple times before. But Ampy Very Much can be charged up with water energy, and then we just need that 1 electric energy, and then we can just take, usually we take 2 prizes off of something, and it's just a cheeky way to get extra prizes and maybe get ahead in the prize race. Or you can win the game like you guys probably saw in my last video. I'm going to refer to that a lot because that was insane. and I was actually doubting Iron Hands being in there in the first place, but I understand why it's in that deck, and I understand why it's in this deck, and it's just because an extra prize can win or lose you the game. It can make or break a game, so it's very important that it's in here. And then for our main draw engine, other than Radiant Greninja, we have the Bidoof Bibarel line, which allows us with Industrious Incisors to draw until we have 5 cards in our hand, and this can be very helpful, especially if we just use Hail Blade after we got rid of a massive hand by super colding a ton of energies onto play, and then we use something like Superior Energy Retrieval to discard cards from our hand. Then we kind of just have a very small and very weak hand, and so we have to replenish. We also have Manaphy as our last Pokemon in here for the Wave Veil ability, and it's just so that way we can't get Greninja'd. Like our Frigibaxes can't be Radiant Greninja is the main reason why it's in here. Bidoof actually is protected against Radiant Greninja because it has the Carefree Countenance, I think that's how you say that word, ability, which allows you to prevent all damage done to it while it's on the bench. And then for our Frigibaxes, we're playing two 60 HP ones, and Tackle doesn't really do anything important, just 30 damage. And then one of the new Frigibax, I believe this is from 151. No, it can't be from 151. I think it's a new Frigibax. I have the shiny version here. I don't remember what set it's actually from, but it's just collect is nice, draw a card, beat for 20. The other one I think is just worse, and like collect can actually do something important, I guess, or something less bad. The rest of the list is incredibly turbo, like unbelievably turbo. You got 4 Battle VIP Pass. You have 1 Earthen Vessel, which is like you don't really even need Earthen Vessel technically. I guess if you need that electric energy for Iron Hands. 1 copy of Escape Rope, just a really good kind of like gust, kind of just a good pivot for you and a bad pivot for your opponent. Hisuian Heavy Ball allows us to get things like Iron Hands, Chien Pao, Radiant Greninja out of the prizes. 4 Nest Balls. We are playing 4 Nest Ball, which is actually crazy in my opinion, but it's really good if you're trying to recycle things like Chien Pao or Iron Hands or stuff like that. Radiant Greninja as well. It's just a really good card in general to help set up or kind of help finish out a game. We were playing Pokégear, 2 copies of Pokégear 3.0, and that's because like there's a very low supporter count in here, but it works out because it allows you to kind of just get supporters going without having to use a 2-prize liability like Luminion. We are playing 3 copies of Rare Candy, which is just so that way we can get our Frigibaxes into Baxcaliburs. 3 copies of Super Rod, I believe 3 copies of Super Rod, yep. 3 copies of Super Rod, and then 4 copies of Superior Energy Retrieval, just so that way we can keep things fresh, we can keep energies in the deck and in the hand, mainly in the hand, but we have Super Rod in here, so that way we can put things like Chien Pao, or Iron Hands back into the deck, and then we can like Nest Ball or something for them back. And then we are playing 4 copies of Ultra Ball, just so that way we can discard things from our hands, so that way we can fuel up our Industrious Incisors, and we can also get whatever we want, like Baxcalibur and Bibarel, stuff like that. Then we are playing 4 PokéStop. Look, I didn't change anything about this list, because I want to make it like legitimately the 60 card deck that was used to win a tournament. But I hate PokéStop. If you are a longtime viewer of the channel, or if you know me personally as a player in real life, you know I hate PokéStop. It's such a bad card. It never works when you want it to. So there are 4 of them in this list, and we are going to have to suffer through all 4 of them, and I will be Ultra Balling all 4. No, just kidding. But it never works out for me, but I think with the heavy item count in this list, we will most likely be able to use PokéStop as it's intended. We also have 1 copy of Boss's Orders to just kind of Gus is, you know, Boss at this point. Iono for hand resetting and disruption. And then 4 copies of Irida to search our deck for water Pokemon and item cards. Just usually to help set up the rest of the combo. And then, yeah, just go from there. Irida is just a really good support engine, really, for enabling combos, and it's just basically the best supporter in general for water types right now. And then we have 1 basic electric energy, as I mentioned before, and 4 base, not 4, sorry, 4 is half of them. We are playing 8 basic water energies in here, so that way our Chien Pao can be doing a decent amount of damage. So yeah, let's just go play some games, I guess, and see how it goes. Are all your important Pokemon in the discard pile? Use an Ordinary Rod to shuffle them back into your deck. Yeah, so Ordinary Rod went out of standard like a year and a half ago. It's like, they gotta update that. Anyways, Tails. So, I believe with the way that Chien Pao is now, you want to go first because, yeah, you want to go first so that way you can get your Baxcaliburs in play. But also going second allows your opponent to evolve into 2 prizers. Before you... Okay, well, they're letting us go first. And this is a goof hand. So, let's just kind of reset. Excuse me. Alright, we are taking a mulligan. This is actually a very good hand. This is an insane hand. I think we actually are... This is probably a perfect hand, in my opinion. Okay, Roaring Moon is terrible. That is a bad... Everything just went bad immediately. So let's just go Nest Ball. Even though, yeah, we definitely didn't need to do that. Radiant Greninja is really good starting out here. Battle VIP is also great. Let's go get ourselves a Frigibax. Do I want the 70 or the one that does 30 damage? Like, that would be so cheeky. That would be so cheeky if they don't get it. I think that we actually could afford to do something like that. And then we can go maybe just go 2 Frigibax. So that way our opponent can't just go ahead and get rid of 1, and then we have none left. Okay. We're going to go ahead and Shivery Chill right now as well. And then we're going to Concealed cards. Heavy Ball. I don't think we prized anything. So I think we actually can hold this hand and be okay with it. We can attach our energy to... Do we attach it to the Chien Pao or do we attach it to the Radiant Greninja? I actually feel like if we attach it to the Radiant Greninja, that could be pretty solid because next turn we'll have Rare Candy Baxcalibur. And we also, like, if they do go ahead and Frenzied Gouging, we can potentially go ahead and just knock out, like, Roaring Moon plus, Oh, crap, hold on. They play Radiant Greninja, too. We might have wanted to get a Manaphy down, I guess. Yeah, they're not going to play more Pico. I don't know. Okay, so they're definitely going for... Oh, there's no Lost Vacuum in here either. That's terrible. What? Yeah, this list is so turbo that they didn't put, like, Lost Vacuum in here. Okay, that's a hand. Let them just kind of churn through almost their entire deck right away. That's one thing about Turbo Roaring Moon that just is ridiculous. So, drawing tons of cards. They might not even get anything. Like, the best, I think their, like, worst case scenarios, they just go Dire Flame and pass. Because if that happens, then we basically... We take the lead on prizes. Town Store doesn't do anything for us, actually. That's just not good for us. Sealstone. Versada's Vitality. Oh my gosh, here we go. I already know what they're gonna do. Dark Patch. Well, now they can just go... Yeah, they can just Sawdust Vitality, and we're basically screwed. Well... We actually could have gone Tackle, if at the very worst. Because now they're just gonna go ahead in the prize trade. Yeah. Well, they already attached from hand, actually. So they need an energy switch. Because if they don't find an energy switch, they can't attack with anything this turn. Oh, I guess if they have a Dark Patch and just retreat. They kept the card. Of course they have it. Of course they have it. So my guess is that they're going to go naturally retreat or switch cart. Wow. Wow. Yeah, this game is most likely over because there's no Lost Vacuum in here. Wait, hold on. No, that's fine. No, that's okay. Now that I think about it, hold on. So all we need is energy. Oh, then no, they can just use Calamity Storm. Like a bum. Oh my gosh, that's so dumb. That is actually just stupid. They can just use Calamity Storm. Okay, well, we're basically done. Let's just go here. We don't even have access to Iono. I think we can go concealed cards first. Okay, Bibarel. Awesome. Ultra Ball away these two, because they're useless. But now we basically just lose, right? Because there's not really anything we can do about... This is just a... I think Roaring Moon is literally the worst matchup possible. We can go Industrious before Irida. PokéStop, I think it's discard a stadium. Yeah, that's... We don't want to put stadiums in play. We also didn't draw into a... That's great. Okay, well, let's go Irida. Irida for a water Pokemon. I mean, I guess we can grab Manaphy. And then we can go Superior Energy Retrieval. We only have 2, so I don't even think it's that worth it. I guess for next turn, though. So we just go boom. Retreat. Shivery Chill. Then we go super cold. Just, like... The problem with this matchup is that, like, it requires you to basically play... If your opponent goes second, they win. That's basically how this matchup goes, and it's very annoying. Okay, we go Superior away, probably... Because we want the Super Rod, so that way we can get our Chien Paos back. The Stop for sure, and I guess the Rare Candy. And we don't even have enough, I don't think. Oh, we do, right? Hold on, are we actually short? 1, 2, 3. No, we're doing 360, so I mean... Okay. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, like, it still doesn't really matter. We still lose the prize trade. They go down to just 2 prizes left, while we struggle to get back in. Yeah, they just attach, they go Frenzied Gouging, and it's GG's, basically. Or, if they have another... Like, we really need to draw into, like, Iono, I guess. I think they're trying to draw into another stadium, so that way they can just go ahead and... Yeah, well, that's pretty decent. Yeah, they're just flooding the board with Roaring Moons. Oh my gosh, no way, man. No shot. That's so dumb. Yeah, this game is basically over. I don't see a way for us to win. They can just keep spamming Calamity Storm and hitting exact knockouts. That's one thing I don't like about this turbo list, is just like super clunk. It's just ick, in my opinion. Superior off the top deck is great, so I think we can go Super Rod. We just go get that, and we can get 1 energy back. Then what we do is we go Nest Ball. We go get a Chien Pao and put it on the bench. I still think that we lose. Concealed cards. I guess we can go Super Cold on the one here. Then we go Industrious. Vessel away this. I guess we can just kind of get every energy available to us. Like, it doesn't really matter, though. Like, we're just still losing. You just go something like this. I guess we don't even need the Super Rod anymore. Yeah, we'll just take 4. Boom. Irida. I mean, Irida doesn't grab any good things here, though. I guess Superior and just Chien Pao for next... If there even is a next turn, which I'm not gonna guess there is. So we just go here. I can still use concealed cards, but I don't want to. Because we already have all the energies, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's inspect the board. Done. Because I can not use Shivery Chill. So yeah, we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't think that... I mean, we could just go 1 more Super Cold. Because why not? And then we just go Hail Blade again. And we just go the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yeah. Sure, yeah. Here we go. Bye-bye. I just don't think it's enough. Because, like, 190... We're still technically in this game. Because they didn't have any sort of way to hand disrupt. But they just need... they just need Dark Patch, Sada's... Please don't tell me you already have it. Dire Flame. So they go Uraburn. I think we win. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's just annoying. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and get ourselves another rare candy. Okay, so I mean, we live another turn. If we can get ourselves an Irida, we actually win, I think. If we get an Irida, we win. We get an Irida, and it's game over. And we're already down 2 Irida, I think, right? So let's go Frigibax, since it has an energy already. Pokégear is there. Okay, we win. Woo! Woo-hoo! I can't believe we actually won that. That's insane. Okay. Irida, I believe, gives us a rare candy Baxcalibur. It does indeed. So let's go here, right? Because... Oh, wait. Do we still need another Superior? I think we do. We are not out of here just yet. Let us retreat into the Chien Pao. We go Rare Candy Baxcalibur. PokéStop. Shivery Chill. Done. Superior. 4. Super cold. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to use concealed cards to try and dig further into the deck? No, it's fine, because we have... Industrious, so we'll just go Industrious. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no, we win. Hold on, what am I doing? Right? Because we're already doing enough. I thought it was a full HP Gigalith, which is a Pokemon, by the way. No, we just win. Okay, well, I thought it was a 290 HP Roaring Moon, so apparently we came back and won that game. Okay, well, I thought way too hard about that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And Pokégear came in clutch. A lot of people doubt Pokégear, and like I don't blame them, because it's like one of those risk-reward sort of cards. Wow, I'm in the Score Bunny League. Soon I'll be in the Snubble League, and I'll hate that. But Pokégear's one is like Great Ball in the sense that it's just a really gambly sort of card. That's why it's in like it is the most used of the look at the top 7 cards of your deck category, but like that's why they're all kind of in the bin most of the time, is because just nobody uses them. So apparently we won that last game. I don't know if we can do it again. We do get to go first, and I think, let's see, how does it go if we go second? We don't get to attack no matter what. I think we go first because we disrupt things like Charizard, and because we also get to evolve first. Pick your poison, I guess. Do we want to go Frigibax in the active, or do we want to go Bidoof in the active? I think we can just go Bidoof, or Frigibax, because we're going to be playing down most of our hand here. Hey, look, great start. We take the Luminion starts. So let's go here. Heavy Ball to prize check. Hands or Chien Pao? Well, we already know that there's another Chien Pao in the deck. The question is, do we want 2 Chien Paos, or do we want to bet and gamble on a hands? That is a good question. Do we just gamble on the Chien Pao, and do we just gamble on getting hands and not getting a recyclable Chien Pao? I think we can just go for a Chien Pao, actually. That's fine. Yeah, let's just go here. Let's go Chien Pao. Then we can go Nest Ball. We can go Nest Ball for you. Slap you down. Earthen Vessel away a superior. Go grab 2 waters. We can attach one. Boom. Retreat. Go here. Shivery Chill. Then after we go Shivery Chill, we go ahead and we go, Then we go concealed cards. Yeah. I'm just kind of thinking through how this works. No Battle VIP Pass, which is not the end of the world. And I honestly quite like this hand. Like, it's not perfect. Like, there's still things that need to be obtained. But we have Pokégear for, like, Irida. Trekking Shoes. What is it? Is it just another Roaring Moon deck? This is just another Roaring Moon. Great. So they can... They're... Ooh! That might not be what they're looking for at all. I would scoop if I were you too. Look, I don't think that there's a way to win that. So... yeah, that's a pretty decent game for Chien Pao 2-0 against Roaring Moons. I mean, yeah, I think we'll call it an episode right there. I know that we only really got one game in, but I think it was the most important game because it was such a comeback win. Part of it was definitely luck-based, but it just shows that Chien Pao is still around and that it can still make comebacks, which is like the biggest thing, like I guess the most impressive skill in the game right now is if you can make big comebacks. then you can be considered a good deck. And I think that's why Chien Pao is resurging, is because it can steal games out of nowhere. And I think we didn't really get to use Iron Hands, but we got to use enough Iron Hands last episode to the point where, like, I'm sold on Iron Hands, and I'm gonna just keep using it regardless. But the deck performed well. It definitely only needed Irida, and I understand why it is the way it is. I think that there are a few counts that are a little wonky still, and personally, I would change a few things, but it's still a very solid list, and I think that this is a good base build to work off of, and then you can add your own kind of custom text and stuff going forward in the future. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, God bless, have fun, we'll see you out there, and we'll see you next time. Thank you all so much for watching.